burekas, whatever, I don't know what. So obviously, almost all of them eat chametz. And when they eat chametz or machmetzet, something that is mixed with that, it's also Yissurim Karet. Now what happened when a person violates Yissurim Karet? The only way to erase Yissurim Karet from your file is by receiving suffering. No other way. There's no way to erase it. You can pray for million years with tears, with broken heart, pull your hair off, scream to Hashem, I'm begging you, forgive me. You cannot get forgiveness until you receive X amount of suffering in life. Now this suffering, however, that's the good news, can be replaced according to your own request. Like they say in Israel, תוכנית כבקשתך. You know, they have on the radio, there's a show. You name the song and they play it for you. Over here, the same thing. The only difference is you name the suffering and they play it for you. What does it mean? Let me give you an example. If a person decides to wake up early every morning and go to shul, freezing, snow, no parking, shovel the car 6 in the morning, suffering involved here. Could have slept until 9. He's opening his store at 10. What was the rush to get up at 6? He gets up early that he has 2 hours to learn. He's sacrificing a lot. Hashem takes the suffering and put it in a suffering account. And replace the suffering that is due to you for your previous Yissurim Karet, the sins, by what you voluntarily suffer. But the good news is, and not only Hashem takes that suffering and applies it to the punishment that are subject for you to receive, also you are receiving a reward for that suffering. So you make double. It helps you not to get the suffering, but at the same time, when you did that mitzvah, you still get the reward for the mitzvah, for the prayers. And to pray early, it's a bigger reward than to pray late. Obviously, the earlier, the more reward you get. So therefore, here is an example of how suffering can be replaced by mitzvot. You go and you give CDs. You stand by the college, 2 hours of your time every week. Student come, Torah and science, Torah and science, Torah and science, like this. 500 students in a public school, most of them Jews, in a Jewish area. You give it to them. 5 of them become religious a month later. You put efforts from your time. It takes away from your suffering. So therefore, it's very, very recommended for a person to do a lot of acts of service to the community. Volunteer, cleaning the mikveh, doing tomchei Shabbat, all kinds of things that require suffering, efforts, picking up boxes. You know what I'm talking about. Nobody force you. You actually come to help. But always, 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 the best suffering is to give large donation to very important causes. That's wiped out all the suffering. Why? Because to make money, it's also suffering. Well, you don't sit like this and the money comes to you. No, you work, you put effort, you have all kinds of stress, this, trying, working, meeting, calling, all day of your life you put. Then you write a big check. It could be a day of your life, it can be a week of your life, it can be many things. And you benefit others. And the more you benefit them, the greater it is for you. So that takes away from your suffering as well. So therefore, if a person is busy with Torah and mitzvot, also learning Torah be'amal, learning Torah seriously, starting early in the morning, all day, breaking your head. You know, someone told me I started to learn 8 hours a day in yeshiva now for 2 weeks. So from the minute I started to learn, I have non-stop headache. I said, well, for the first time in your life, you're thinking. He said, you're right. I'm not used to thinking in such level and for so long. I said, don't worry. 1 month maximum, it will go away. When a person begins something that Hashem is very happy with, the Satan is putting a lot of efforts to stop it in the beginning, before we get used to it. That's why in the beginning we have a say in Hebrew, Kol ha'atchalot kashot. All beginnings are difficult. אבל אחר כך, קל יותר. But later, become a lot easier.